So I was sitting here shuffling my cards, and the three cards flew out, and I very clearly heard my spirit say, "Keep them." So, I normally start my readings with my energy oracle, but Spirit said keep these, okay? And so we're going to start the reading with the Luminous Arcana, a beautiful, colorful, deck. It is a deck that, even though it's beautiful and colorful, it is it's kind of deep. You know what I'm saying? It's not whimsical at all, okay? And so I really like this deck. It is available in my House of Healing showcase. Okay, if you're interested in this deck, it's like the balance of light and darkness in this deck is what I feel, and it comes together in this beautiful array of luminous colors. Okay, get into it. So let's talk about the three cards that flew out of the deck, okay? Because they're very interesting, and it's the reason why I decided to go ahead and cam up and let's do this, okay? So the Seven of Wands, okay? Eight of Pentacles, and Nine of Wands, okay? So just channeling from these cards, okay, as the overall energy, it's like this need to protect whatever it is that you're creating, whatever it is that you're working on, because of what you have gone through in the past, okay? And I feel that because I'm still going to pull from my energy oracle, but we're going to do this a little bit differently, okay? We're going to let this unravel in its own way because of the way that these cards came out. But what I'm getting from these is, again, this just overall energy of being very protective of what you're creating, what you're building, what you're working on, because of the things that you have been through in the past, okay? And so on the bottom of the reason why is because I feel like, a lot of you have had to start over from scratch because of things that you created having been destroyed, or you having to willingly just let go of it or release it. And I feel like a lot of you have rebuilt from scratch, like I had to do, and a lot of us, we will have to do that more than once, okay, more than twice. And the thing about it is that as being one of the chosen ones, you can rebuild as many times as you need to. Is being one of the chosen ones, many are the afflictions of the righteous, okay? But God, which is your Ori, which is your personal, your personal guide, that indwelling spirit, okay, that you need to be having a personal relationship with, will deliver you from all of these afflictions. And so we do have many afflictions, and because we have had many afflictions, a lot of us are a wounded warrior, okay, with this Nine of Wands energy. However, I feel like this, even though this is the energy, I feel this is good energy, because it's like you've learned how to guard your heart, because you understand that from it flow all the issues of life. Seven of Wands. Guard your heart, okay? And because, the things that you create, what you make, what you do, Eight of Pentacles, is very unique, okay? And very much, has your own, your own energy signature, okay? And people want to steal that. People want to take your work, your ideas, your creations, and either destroy it if they can't have it, or put their name on it as if they are the ones who created it, okay? And so this is the energy that I'm getting. But on the bottom of the deck, we have Three of Cups. Spirit also is wanting you to celebrate, yourself and the things that you have accomplished, because like I said, a lot of us have had to start over from scratch, and we got right back. We got it all right back. You know what I'm saying? We got knocked down to zero, and we built ourselves back up. And we're so much in the mode of creating and, manifesting things that we haven't taken the time to actually stop and celebrate what we've already accomplished thus far. You know what I'm saying? And who we have become in the midst of, all of the challenges that we have faced, and how we conquered those challenges like bosses. Okay. And so there is this call to just slow down and sip the coffee, and savor the tea, and the aroma of the perfume that you're wearing. Okay. I'm wearing Michael Kors Sexy Sunset right now. Okay. Let's get into it. And by the way, welcome to Intuition Unraveled, my people. I am the Unraveler. Let's unravel these cards that seem to be coming out in a different way this time, because I didn't start with the Energy Oracle. I'm going into the Energy Oracle now. Okay. And we have the Thinking Man clarifying the Seven of Wands. This is funny because it's like this man is really, really like, observing you, but cannot really get close. See, this man is observing you from a distance and is like, damn, there are gatekeepers at every energetic field where I thought that there was an opening, where I thought that there was a door where I could get into this divine feminine's energy. Damn, I can't get in. You know what I'm saying? Is what this is giving. And so it's like there's this man that's very much intrigued by you, okay? And it doesn't necessarily have to be a man, but it is a masculine energy, okay? That is very much intrigued by this feminine energy, who is, again, very hyper vigilant about your own heart space and your own energetic space, period. You know what I'm saying? Your personal space. You don't allow, anyone into that. And again, it's very, very much valid, because again of what you have gone through. And so this is not a sign of being unhealed. This is a sign of having gained wisdom. Okay, get into it. Storm coming, Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, the reason why. Okay, so we have this storm here to clarify the Eight of Pentacles. Again, whatever it is that you're working on and whatever it is that you're building and creating, people want it because it is very unique. It is valuable. Okay, but it is your own creation. Like, this is something that God has done using you as the vessel. Okay, and because it is so unique, because it is so valuable, people want to take this from you. Okay, and this doesn't necessarily have to be physical things. It could just be the manifestation of your gifts. It could be the manifestation of, this new version of yourself, your energy, your charisma. Okay, people love to siphon energy in this realm where angels and angelic beings are forced to coexist with, low vibrational entities and energies, okay? And with NPCs who have no connection to source, but they covet your connection to source, and they try to swap places with you energetically, okay, in order to siphon all of the gifts that, come from you. In your direct connection to source. I don't know, this is their perception that they think that they can do this, but it's not something that can actually be done, but they can do a lot of damage in their attempts to try to swap destinies with someone who has been chosen for a specific path and for a specific purpose. Okay. Give me the last card before we go to a part two, really quick, to clarify this Nine of Wands. Thank you. The Temple Path. Yeah. So the Nine of Wands to clarify, the Temple Path to clarify the Nine of Wands, who is the wounded warrior, and this has been your path. And so your path, everything that has happened on this path did happen as it was supposed to. Go to part two, and we're going to continue to unravel the message, okay, going forward. I don't know what I'm going to title this, but basically, someone is examining you from outside the gates because they can't get in, okay? On the bottom of the Energy Oracle, we have adjacent.